we are about to embark on a 3-hour journey through the Mae Hong Son province from where we are right now in Mae Sariang all the way to Mae Hong Son Town. Now, this is the longest stretch of the Mae Hong Son Loop, and so Guy and I have always been interested about this part of the Mae Hong Son Loop. What's there to find? Who knows? But we're going to take you guys along the journey with us today. Guys, we're just a quick stop in a little town called Mae La Noi, and at the moment it's a really good ride. It's a lot better than the ride from Doi Inthanon to Mae Sariang. There's actually a lot to see on the way. We can't really stop everywhere, because if we stop everywhere we're not getting to Mae Hong Son until 10 at night, and that's not good for us. So, but there's a lot to see. We've stopped here at this little temple. This is the little village here of Mae La Noi. To be fair, it looks as big as Mae Sariang. There's just so much to see. The roads are immaculate. It's good if you love riding motorbike like I do. And as you see here, a bit of a shrine to Siddhartha Gautama. This is a completely random Burmese style temple in the middle of nowhere. I was just saying how good the roads are compared to...
Yeah, it's been pretty good. The other day was a bit of a nightmare. It's a bit too much of up and down and bumps and curves. Yeah. But it's been really good. And the weather is, I mean, it's gonna get hotter, but so far it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it
so
is.
It's really good.
Well, we're at Mae La Coffee. The plan was we were going to stop and have a Thai tea or a coffee first thing. But it's shut on a Sunday. Brilliant.
Or it's been closed for some time.
It does look pretty abandoned, doesn't it, love?
Yeah, it looks like
top spot. Really top spot.
Oh, maybe they just closed today.
Yeah, it doesn't look that abandoned, but
it's really old. But yeah, again, this place is supposed to be that viewpoint, Mae La Luang viewpoint. Again, it's beautiful.
It is beautiful. Have a look, guys. Look at that. So you'd sit there with your tea or your coffee and allow the day to go by. Yes, there is a lot of them on the road, along this road.
Just a little bit better than our bike. Just not so much, just a little.
Come on, never say anything about double B.
No doubt.
Exactly. But guys, we're going to keep tracking on. We're going to find a drink somewhere.
Yeah.
And if you're coming here not on a Sunday, I'm guessing you'll be able to stop here at this coffee shop. We just pulled into Khun Yuam. This is like halfway to Mae Hong Son Town. It's more towards Mae Hong Son Town, and we were actually going to stay here, but the accommodation we wanted to stay at was far too expensive, so we didn't end up staying. But we're stopping at one of the best cafes I think I've ever seen. The view is unbelievable. Have a look at this when I show you, but I'll show you inside the cafe a little bit. Then you come out here. Have a look at this. What a view. What a view. Khun Yuam's a beautiful place. Actually, the town is a little bit bigger than what I thought. We'll show you a little bit around in the town. There's not too much to see. To be honest, this is probably the highlight. So, GY is just chilling. How was the view, huh?
Ah, amazing.
Yeah.
Perfect stop.
Perfect stop.
Yeah, perfect stop on the road trip. Beautiful.
And perfect almost halfway, isn't it?
Almost halfway, yes.
We're actually further than halfway.
Yes. So from here to Mae Hong Son, well, the sign says 80 kilometers, but we will see. But yes, so kind of halfway, but a little bit further up towards Mae Hong Son.
Yeah. So guys, we're going to get a feed bag here and get a drink. And after that, we'll show you guys a little bit around the town. We don't know if there's that much to see, so we'll see what there is. So where'd you get, love?
Mocha.
Okay, give us a shot.
Let's see. Perfect.
Perfect, yeah. Dad's garden, people. Seriously.
The chocolate is like a really good quality powder chocolate, like cacao powder or something. It's not syrup or anything.
And the coffee's not too bitter too, is it?
Really good.
So, like I said, people, Dad's garden. Loving is caring. Guys, we are in Wat Moi Tor, just on the north side of Khun Yuam. Let's have a look around. Seems like a pretty quiet temple in a really quiet town. So, wow, look at this. Here's the old image of the Buddha and the resident monk is here. Okay. Thank you. He doesn't look too friendly. No. Look at this place. Wow. You've got Kuan Yin. You've got, like in most Theravada monasteries, the story of the Buddha in beautiful art painting. This would be where the main monk, abbot, would sit and give Dharma talks in the morning and in the evening. And this is the main shrine. Wow, it was unexpected, man. This is kind of like, again, Burmese style. Like, as you see, the wooden floorboards. It's just unbelievable. These type of monasteries, man, I love them. Temples. Oh, look at that. The Mahabodhi temple in Bodh. That is the one. That is the one. And you see up here, old images of the older monk. Look at the ceiling. Look at the craftsmanship up there around the light. Wow. Here's the food hall for the monks. Just a little gander. Ah, I love it, man. It's really got that Thai, Burmese, the mixture, the fusion of both in this kind of Lana North. I love it. I love this type of temple. I've been in temples like this in Myanmar before. Just everything's so rugged and raw. You know, the Theravada Buddhist tradition is very austere, so hey, just blown away by this one.
important ornaments and meditation mats, and this is a beautiful piece of art. Look at that. This is the type of place I'd love to come for a personal private retreat. And so like one of the main things in Thailand, one of the best things about it are these type of monasteries and temples you find. So if you're really interested in meditation and diving deeper inside, I mean, they're everywhere. Particularly in Mae Hong Son, there's so many. Mae Hong Son and like Isan over towards Ubon, some of the best temples in all of Thailand, some of the best monasteries. So you see here, nation, some bells, older bells. Usually they will keep the stuff of old monks, so they're the old plates and that they use, the cups and whatnot. It's just something that they do in the Buddhist tradition. They keep a lot of the older products that, you know, the monks, they didn't have many things. They don't have many things, I should say. And so the things that they do have, they try to keep those enshrined. Look at this old picture. Wow. I could only imagine that, how good that would have been back then. There probably was nothing around here. There's not really much around here anyway. Sorry, I'm going. Thank you for allowing me to be here. Okay? Right.
I don't think he sees many people, so he's skeptical. And I'd be skeptical if I was a dog and I saw myself as well.
He's sus.
Yeah, he's tempted.
Yeah, he senses bad energy, bad juju. He's like, I don't want that anything to do with that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just gassed.
I think he's just gassed.
Just want to like.
Hey, look at him.
Let's say leave me alone.
Look at that. Permanent samadhi. We found this interesting shrine, and you see there's a lingam here. Now it could be just some sort of special rock, because in Burma particularly there's a lot of temples that have golden rocks in the monasteries and the temples, but that looks like a lingam to me, and it probably is, because you know there's not much difference between Buddhism and Hinduism. Buddhism comes from Hinduism, as a matter of fact. So Buddha was a Hindu until he became a Buddha. Look at those inscriptions there. See that? That's the Burmese writing. Look at that. So, and one thing you see between Burmese writing, Tamil as well, and also in Sri Lanka, there's a seamless thread with their script, and that may be due to being related to also Theravada Buddhism as well. Thai is kind of linked in with that as well. Look at this.
So some people have called it the squiggly writing, squiggles. So a lot of the writing, yeah, it's very similar.
Yeah, the shrine of the Buddha. There's an ordination temple there. Now when you come to a monastery or a temple, ordination temples are usually shut because people aren't getting ordained night and day. It's a rare occurrence, particularly in the modern day. We found something here, guys, like at the back of the temple, you see these monuments to soldiers. Over there you see Japanese writing. There's a relationship between like this area and
Thai
Japan.
and Japanese soldiers back
Yeah.
in the in the 40s,
Yeah.
the Second World War. Well, we will go to that friendship
Monument, yeah.
monument in a second. So I think it must be to remember that times. I think this place. It looks a bit.
It's a bit rugged right now.
Yeah, very.
They've got enough firewood here to last 5 winters, I think.
Yeah,
I don't know what that's all about, but this is kind of abandoned, I think, this
yeah.
what hall or whatever it is. But we'll go to the Thai Japan Memorial in a second because it's about the main thing in town. Let's see if it's open.
Yes.
So guys, to come into the Thai Japan Friendship Memorial, it's 100 baht each, so that's about $3 US. So I think it's pretty cheap. So let's have a look around. Now I'll be straight up with you guys, I don't know much about the history here, but as Guy was saying before, in the Second World War, the Japanese were in this area. So I don't know much about what they were doing in this area, but in the end they built this memorial for that relationship. And if you're expecting to read English here, then, well, there is English, but that's just a map. This part there's no English. So let's have a look. Wow, look at that. The Japanese government. 10 rupees. Oh my goodness. I might grab some of that and take it to India. Get myself a chaya. So in this area there was a lot of different ethnic groups, and there still are a lot of different ethnic groups, all the way from Mae Sariang to Mae Hong Son, I think it is. But particularly in this Khun Yuam district, there was a lot of different ethnic groups. You have the Thai Yai, the Karen people, the Taiwan, the Hmong, and the Lua. There's more different money here. There's the 20 custom gold units from the Central Bank of China. And then there's 1 rupee, Japanese. So we're learning a lot here at the moment about the history of Khun Yuam. And actually it was a resting place of 7,000 Japanese soldiers, but apparently around 270,000 soldiers passed through this area. during 1942 to 1945 in the Second World War. And we see some of the routes here, which is hard to see actually in this area. There's Khun Yuam there, going north to Mae Hong Son. You'll see it a bit better over here on this one, which is ironic because these old trade routes are the roads that we drive now. So this is coming from Chiang Mai on the 108 and all the way up to Mae Hong Son. And so the green arrow here is the old ox and horse carriage routes. So you see a bunch of those there. And this checkered line is actually the Japanese army built that road from up to Mae Hong Son into Myanmar there. And so, yeah, you learn a lot. And actually, when we were over at the temple before, and we saw the monuments to Japanese soldiers, actually a cemetery. So that's why it's deserted, isn't it, love?
Yeah, apparently a lot of them has been already excavated for rituals and things like that. So that's why it's not active anymore, isn't it? Like it's just kind of left some things around, so just to remind people what it was for.
And anything else on the history?
Oh, it's really interesting. They used this place as many reasons, a shelter, and run away from British armies, and also a bit of a base to get into Burma.
Yep.
I'm sure there's some Japanese blood mixed into the local people. I think quite a large number of people would be, and also this town seems like it's quite new in comparison to, like, as in history-wise. I think the first immigrant came in late 1800s. So since then, it's like an immigrant town, isn't it? So it is definitely very interesting.
Yeah. So when you compare Khun Yuam to Mae Sariang and Mae Hong Son, it's a very young town. It was probably a smaller village a long time ago, but then there was a big influx of different ethnic groups and that. And actually it was really big with the teak trade, as you see over here. So the locals would sell teak to the British in Myanmar, and they would actually use the Yalm River and also the Salaween River, which ends actually in Mulamin in Myanmar. There's actually some really good monasteries in that area, but they would use elephants and everything like that to take teak wood down there, and there was a big bustling business during that period of time. And then obviously, Second World War and everything like that. Such a rich history, and as Guy said, there's probably still Japanese people living here, not even mixed with the locals. There's probably still full-blood Japanese families living here. It's a fascinating area, it really is. So you see even more of a detailed map here with the Japanese army here moving in through the Gulf of Thailand. But up where we are now, these are the Japanese army routes into Burma. So you're going down to Bangkok and then up through the south of Burma and then up where we are here in Mae Hong Son. And obviously this is Myanmar, British occupation. And same over here, you see the battlefields in northern Myanmar going in actually to India. So the red arrows are the Japanese forces moving into India. This is Impal here, obviously Assam up here. So this part of the memorial is hectic. So you see the soldiers' helmets here. You see the Japanese star there. And then you see the soldier uniforms. Like, it's just amazing. Like, look at the fabric. Look at the khaki. Like, it's just amazing, like, they're kept in the same condition that they were found. And it's unbelievable that a human used to be in that coat, for example. This little bag, case for clothing and everything. A drink. Water bottle. Gloves. Handbag. Absolutely amazing. And over here you've got some things. So you got plane, you got some mala beans. You're damned. Not sure what that is. Little notepad. It's a camera, I think. And here's all the various types of money that we've been looking at. So 100 pesos, Japanese government. I'm guessing if you had all this money back in the Second World War, you were balling, that's for sure.
Might be altogether not even like $50 now.
But back then it was probably worth 100,000.
Yeah.
And now this part is really epic. There's like all of the old guns and everything. So you see the rifles here, and over here you see these grenades. Look at this. Look at these grenades. That's just crazy. Like, they haven't exploded or anything. I mean, I don't want to test them out, that's for sure. In some sort of little, I don't know what that is, like a mine or something. Look at the size of these bullets. Look at the size of that. Oh my goodness. They meant business. Now, have a look at this gun, man. This gun, I'm not even sure I know what the hell that thing is. It looks like it's completely solid, like there's no pieces of that. It's just become one whole thing. I guess that's what wear and tear does, rust. It's likewise with that one. That one's in better nick. And likewise with this one. This one's in better nick. And so maybe that's what that one was like this one. And then you get the swords for the family gun. I don't know what this is. I have no idea. And then you see all of these bags, boxes that carry artillery, I guess. And over here's probably one of the more beautiful things in the whole memorial. It's the imperial message. So you see the samurai sword. And this is a signboard saying the 41st Buddhist monk of the Rio Koshan Temple in Tokyo. And this is a signboard saying a memorial of ending war in Burma. So this imperial message was probably a declaration of ceasefire. I mean, I can't read Japanese, so I don't know. There's a lot of images of old soldiers around here. Look at this. This is a steam car boiler. Oh my goodness. A couple of jerry cans. I'm not sure if they're fit for use right now. And there's a boiler. Cooking, I'm sure. And there are the old trucks. Japanese trucks. This is an old stretcher. So the signboard was saying a lot of people had malaria and lots of other issues in that time. And a lot died on the way to camps and whatnot. And so this is an old stretcher that they would have used. So this is an interesting fact about the roads that were built up here by the local Khun Yuam people, that the locals would make, now you do your math, 1.5 baht a day wage. It's rough going. And the foreman would earn 2 to 3 baht per day. And so each section would take 7 to 10 days to complete. So you could only imagine back in the day, you know, how hard it was to build roads back then with, you know, the lack of equipment and tools to do so. But 1.5 baht a day, Jesus, it's rough going. And you see here there's more water bottles, containers. We have some iron filings here. And obviously with Japanese you've got some beautiful tea sets, plates, and some lamps. And so basically when the Japanese soldiers retreated to Khun Yuam, it actually boosted the economy and whatnot, but they needed to get the approval of the locals, you could say, because of their track record. So that was gained and the economy was boosted, but Khun Yuam was the last resting place for a lot of the soldiers.
Yes, apparently there was a grandma named Cow. She was born between the owner of an elephant owner and a Japanese soldier. So obviously her parents were together while the Second World War was going on, and the Japanese soldier, her father, stayed here until even after the war ended. So he had to go back when the Japan called him to come back to homeland. So there it is, like a mixed descendant between Thai lady and Japanese soldier. Interesting.
Yeah, and it's sad that he was ordered to leave, isn't it?
He had to. I mean, that kind of story exists in South Korea as well during the Korean War. Same story. So it is very sad, and the sadness comes to like poor people who left behind at a place like here, Khun Yuam.
Look at this. The Dharma Lama script. Look at that. Man, that's so good. Who knows how old that is? You see all these ancient documents here, Buddhist texts. Again, the Lama script is just like Burmese.
So guys, here we also have the Sustainable Friendship Monument. So, you know, India, you know, Italy, Brazil, Australia, Hungary, Croatia. Yeah, I know all these. Romania, Serbia. Yeah, no, Iraq, Belgium, Egypt, Yugoslavia, South Africa, Soviet Union, Greece, New Zealand, Bulgaria, US, Myanmar, Netherlands, Canada, Spain, Ethiopia, Vietnam, Poland, Laos, Albania, Finland, France, Mexico, UK, Norway, Japan, China, Thailand, Germany, Philippines, Denmark. What the? Manchukuo. No idea what this is or where this is. So, I'm sorry if I offended anyone from Manchukuo, but that might actually be a local area here, possibly, who knows.
It sounds like a little pocket of country that exists around here, maybe.
Maybe.
I have no idea.
We're not phone people or Google people, so you guys can do some Googles
And
let us know where Manchukuo is, huh? Guys, we have stopped at Pa Bong viewpoint. This is a must stop if you have a look over here. It actually reminds me of the Blue Mountains a little bit in Western Sydney. I don't know why it reminds me of that, but it just does. See down there, you can see the river a little bit down there. You can also see some cornfields. There's corn everywhere up here in the north.
I guess corn just grows everywhere, and you see right through the valley there. Like, how good is this stop? I mean, seriously. And there's a really cute coffee shop over here. I'll show you the view of the coffee shop. It's well worth a stop. Some old TVs here. UHF. Snacks.
อันนี้สติ๊กเกอร์ อันนี้เป็นสติ๊กเกอร์ครับสติ๊กเกอร์
Stickers.
3,100
สวัสดีครับ. And you see the view here. Having a tea, look at that. There's been a lot of people having coffee here this morning, or this afternoon really. What a view. What a view, well worth a stop. We're only 17 kilometers from Mae Hong Son Town, so it's a little bit of a stop to stretch. Get yourself a drink before the last stretch. Guys, that's it. That's it. That's the whole journey from Mae Sariang here to Mae Hong Son Town.
We made it.
We stopped we could have stopped at many places, but we stopped just at the main, well, what we thought was interesting.
Yes.
So you can do it easily in 3 hours if you weren't stopping, but we took all day.
And I think it's worth it. You should spend some time in between because there's a wonderful places to check out. So
Yeah.
yes, it was really good.
Yeah. So guys, we'll see you in the next Mae Hong Son adventure.